Hello dear SEBI Grade A aspirants, and welcome to EduTap. So guys, the notification for SEBI Grade A is just around the corner, and I'm sure you would be preparing for it as well. So guys, in this session, I will be providing you, complete strategy to write your descriptive English answers, namely essay writing, précis writing, and comprehension answer writing, and also we'll discuss different tangents of the exam itself. So guys, don't forget to like the session and don't forget to subscribe if you're here for the first time. So what is the I'll discuss with you the agenda of this video, but before we go any further, I would like to inform you about the special sale that we have launched for all our courses. Now guys, the link for our SEBI courses is given in the description of the video, but I'll show you a simpler way of going about it. Now guys, what you have to do is just go to your browser and type edutap.in. So as you type edutap.in, you will land on our homepage, and these are all our courses available to you. Now guys, in this you will see courses for your SEBI Grade A courses. So you click on SEBI Grade A courses and you will see all the courses available to you. So the first is your SEBI test series for phase 2, wherein you have your chapter wise mock test, current affairs test, full length test, and solved PYQs. Now this is SEBI Grade A test series for phase 1 plus phase 2. Now this is SEBI live crash course. This is what we have launched now. In this you will get all your live classes before the exam, summary sheets for every topic, current affairs magazines, full length test, solved PYQs, chapter wise test, and current affairs test. And we are offering flat 74% off on these courses. The coupon code is OCT74, capital OCT 74. Or if you just click on buy now, you will be redirected to it. Then you have your SEBI silver course, which only prepares you for phase 2 and interview. And this is a one-stop solution for all your needs, guys. SEBI Grade A phase 1 plus phase 2 plus interview course. Now in this you will have your live classes as well. You will have your recorded classes as well available to you, concept notes, summary sheets, mock tests, and interview sessions. And we are offering again flat 74% discount on this course. And this is a starter pack which you can avail for free. Now this is just for for just to get getting to know that what the content looks like. And you can also do so by scrolling down. Uh, you'll have your demo classes available to you here in this, so you can see the demo classes and see what are the deliverables from the brochure, and you can make a wise decision for yourself. All right guys, now coming back to the topic, now what should be a strategy to practice for descriptive English paper before your notification is out. So the agenda of this session is to provide you the syllabus, PYQs. I'll also discuss the PYQs of last year with you, exam interface, important tips to prepare for your exam, tentative topics for this year, and some sources that you need or you can use to prepare for this exam. First of all, let's discuss the syllabus and the pattern of the descriptive English paper, guys. In descriptive English paper, you have your you have the weightage of descriptive English paper is 100 marks, and the total time is 60 minutes. In 60 minutes, you are supposed to complete 3 questions. One is essay writing, which is worth 30 marks. Second is your précis writing, which is again worth 30 marks. And third is your reading comprehension, which is worth 40 marks. So 40 plus 30 plus 30 makes it 100 marks. And the time is 60 minutes. So this is a descriptive paper. Now guys, what should be your strategy for descriptive English paper? Now guys, in descriptive English, you have to write your elaborative answers. You have to write 300 word or 270 word essay, then 120 word précis, then 40 to 50 words for every answer in your reading comprehension as well. So we'll look into that and what should be a strategy before the exam to prepare for all this. Now guys, you have to target 3 questions in 60 minutes. Right? The word limit for essay is 250 words. Précis is generally 120 to 150 words. It ranges between 120 to 150 words. And then 5 questions on reading comprehension worth 8 marks each. So you have to write 50 to 60 or at least 60-70 words for every answer. That again makes it 250 words. So give or take, you have to write around 650 or to 700 words in 60 minutes, wherein you'll also have to read 2 passages. So guys, what should be your strategy for tackling questions in such short span of time? We will discuss that. Now guys, what are the verticals for your descriptive English paper? Now for essay writing, you will be tested upon your drafting skills. Your drafting skills include your articulation, how well you articulate your ideas, your backup thesis, how backed up your thesis is, Backup thesis. What I mean by backup thesis is what facts and data you use to provide relevancy to your answers. And third is your structure of your essay. Do you target and do you discuss the essay holistically, or do you just write your essay on the basis of your opinions? So that is what constitutes your drafting skills. Now in Pressy writing, guys, you will be tested upon your summarization or contraction skills. So you will be basically you will be required to read and figure out the key aspects, the key points or key aspects of the topic, and then you would be required to reframe those key aspects in your own words, in original composition. That is what Pressy writing is all about, original composition. So you have to read the whole passage, figure out the keywords from all the paragraphs, and then then again give the Pressy a title first, and then reframe the the key points of the passage in your original words, in your own words. So it should be based on the passage itself, but it has to be in original composition, it has to be in your own words. So what you understood after reading the passage is basically called a Pressy, and you have to finish it within the time limit as well as the word limit. So time limit is, no, that's subjective, but word limit is stringent and you have to follow it. And then reading comprehension is about your elaboration skills and your comprehension skills. So what I mean by comprehension skills is you are able to analyze the whole passage on your own, right? Then you are able to locate the answers from of the questions in the passage. So you should be able to locate the answers, and then you are supposed to the answers elaborate the answers in your own words. Again, it has to be in original composition. You cannot just copy and paste it from the passage itself. So again, you have to write the answers in your own words. So these are the key components of all three questions herein. So essay writing is basically about your articulation, how well you articulate your answers, which are backed up by thesis, which proper follow structure. And all in all, guys, now basic requirement is your answer should be grammatically apt. There should be no grammatical mistake, no spelling mistake or typos, and you have to follow the punctuations as well. So that is the basic underlying requirement of all the answers, but individually this is the requirement for all your answers in the exam, right? So I've explained it to you. Now let's look at the previous year paper, guys. Now this was the paper for the year 2024. So in 2024, the SEBI exam, these were the topics, and the word limit was 250 to 270 words. So the four topics that were given: how environment, social and governance, ESG norms, economic and social governance helps in global business prospects. So this was basically based on your economic and social issues, and plus your finance as well. So this topic was based on your ESI and finance. Second topic was discuss how organizations and management can nurture organization culture. This was basically based on your management, right? So one topic is always there or based on management in SEBI. Third, what role can banks play in pushing social health care expenditure? This was again explicitly based on economic and social issues. So what roles can banks play? And then fourth was a static topic, guys. One machine can replace 5 human beings. So you know what the topic was: one machine can replace 5 average human beings, but 5 machines cannot replace one smart human. So basically it was about importance of humanity or human element into into innovation and research and development. So these were the different verticals, different essay topics that were asked in the year 2024. Then second topic was Pressy writing. The passage was about gaming industry, guys. How esports and gaming industry has evolved over the years after 2000s. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo's. So you can read the passage, guys. The PDF will be provided on our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description of the video. And if you want the solution of these answers as well, then solved PYQs are provided on our website for absolutely free. So you can read the passage here as well. So it was a long passage, and this was the sample solution for the Prezi, the evolution of gaming from hobby to global powerhouse. So you can read the Prezi. Since the 2000s, the gaming industry has evolved from a niche hobby into a global enterprise. This transformation was driven by technological advancements, internet growth, and changing consumer preferences. Initially dominated by consoles and physical media, gaming expanded with digital distribution platforms, making games more accessible. Mobile gaming further accelerated the industry's growth, attracting millions of new players. The rise of streaming platforms like YouTube and Twitch enabled gamers to monetize content, while esports developed into a competitive global phenomenon. Today, gaming is not only a popular lifestyle but also a lucrative career path for many, offering vast opportunities for developers, streamers, and players alike. So, this was the crux of the passage. So, you read the passage and then you read the Prezi, you'll understand, okay, these are the key highlights presented in our own words with the title on the top. So this is what Prezi writing is all about. Then next was your reading comprehension, guys. Reading comprehension was worth 40 marks. So this was basically based on what role social media plays in different sectors today. So in marketing basically. So what role social media plays today in marketing, like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or X, right? So what role do these platforms play in marketing products, and how do they how bloggers, vloggers, all these promoters are hired by these products to launch their products or to review their products. So this was the passage all about, and some specifics were also given into it, the number, percentage, amount, revenue generated while TikTok, from YouTube, and all that. So you can read the passage, and then there were 5 questions based on this comprehension passage. This was a long passage nonetheless, but questions were very factual. So you could have targeted the question. So these were the 5 questions. Like, what factors contributed to the exponential growth of influencer marketing industry? How have social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok impacted the reach and specialization of influencers? Third, what are the key differences between macro influencers and micro influencers in terms of engagement and monetization potential? Fourth, how has the rise of influencer marketing impacted traditional advertising methods, and why do brands prefer influencers over conventional ads? And then fifth question was, what roles do artificial intelligence, AI, and virtual influencers play in future of influencer marketing, and how could they reshape the industry? So these were descriptive questions, and every answer had to be written in 60 to 70 words. So 5 questions, again, somewhat around 300 words. So give or take, guys, you were supposed to write 650 to 700 words in 60 minutes, so which is a challenging task. So you need to start preparing now. So why did I show you these questions, guys? Now you'll understand that, okay, we need to start preparing now. You can't wait after phase 1 and then start preparing for phase 2. That would be too late. You'll not have enough time to cover each and every component, including the other paper as well, for descriptive, other than descriptive English in phase 2. So guys, that is what the point of this session is, to give you tips how to prepare and what to focus when you're preparing for descriptive English paper for exam like SEBI Grade A. Now guys, what should be a strategy for the next 2 months, give or take? First of all, guys, start practicing on the interface of the exam. Now the question arises, where do we get the interface of the exam? Number one, guys, now we have that interface on our platform as well. So when you take your full length mock test, the interface is exactly similar to your exam. Then there are some websites as well, guys. For example, there is a website by the name Quillbot. Now on quillbot.com you have a similar interface to your exam, or you can also use your not Word, but sorry, Notepad. So you can use Notepad in your computer, on your laptop, to practice it. But again, guys, a piece of advice: please purchase an old rusty keyboard. Even if you're using a laptop, please buy, it will only cost you 300-400 bucks. Please buy an old keyboard, because in the actual exam you will be sitting in a computer lab where there are very old used keyboards, right? So you have to practice on the similar kind of simulation. So purchase an old keyboard and practice on that. That will give you the right sorry, the right perspective of typing, how you will feel in the exam. So start typing on the interface. Now what is the interface looks like? There is a dialog box on the screen. So it's not like a Word document or something. There is a specific dialog box on the screen, and you have to type all your answers in that dialog box. And after a few lines, everything starts moving up. So you'll not be able to see everything that you've written in your dialog box at one point of time. So your first strategy should be start practicing on the interface of the exam. Then second is focus on articulation of answers. What structure you have to follow in an essay or in a précis. What word limit you are supposed to write. So if you are writing 250 word or 270 words, how many paragraphs do you have to ideally make? So you should plan that beforehand. If you are writing 120 words in a précis, your précis should be 8 to 9 sentences long. So you have to plan accordingly, that in 8 to 9 sentences, which key points should I highlight, and which points should I uh, you know should I omit from there. So learn the articulation of answers. Start today, so that after phase 1 you can just focus on fodder material, and you can just focus on practicing full length mock test, simulation of the test. But if you start preparing after phase 1, it would be too late already. So start articulating your answers now. Third is, guys, please focus on grammatical and structural accuracy. See guys, for every grammatical or typing mistake, spelling error, it will cost you marks. So we cannot lose marks on our grammar. See guys, they're not looking for Shakespeare's, but you should be at least able to write decent English with a minimal grammatical mistakes. That is what their perspective is. So your answer should be structurally and grammatically concise and accurate. And last but not the least, the content that you need to learn, all the factual information, background of any topic, statistics, reports, schemes, any specific example. Where do you get that? So you need to start covering the content, and your content should be coherent to the topic as well. So learn about these essays, the tentative topics that I'm going to share with you after this. Right. So guys, let's talk about topic wise. What are the salient features that you should be focusing upon in individual questions? For example, in essay writing, what are the salient features of an essay? Excellent presentation, important facts that you need to remember on that particular topic, important data and statistics, very important guys, start preparing for them. Important schemes, I think you would be preparing for them already, so retain them so that you can use them. For example, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana or Kisan Vikas Yojana or Ujjwala Yojana. So you need to remember all these schemes and yojanas, right? And then valid and relevant examples. If you're, let's say, writing about NPAs, so then you must have an example, relevant example, like Yes Bank or something like that. So these things should be prepared beforehand, and then you should be focusing on articulating these ideas into your essay, right? Including these all these statistics, data, reports, schemes, any report by RBI or Niti Aayog or any relevant body, right? Any prediction by any of the organizations. So you should retain them so that you can use them as backbone of your thesis, as supporting statements of your answers. And whenever you are developing an essay, make sure that you follow the ISEP-CC structure, guys. What is ISEP-CC structure? So I'll explain briefly to you. Um, so what does this ISEP-CC stands for? So first I stands for introduction. So you introduce the topic. First of all, you introduce the topic, but not by giving a definition, by giving background of the topic. So remember that you do not start your essay by giving a definition of the topic, but start with the background, like what has happened in this regard up till today. Then you bring it in second paragraph, you bring it to the present society, right? So what is going on? So then you talk about how it impacts the society and what it has done around us, so broadly. Then next paragraph we talk about the economic angle, right? The economic angle of the economic aspect of this, how it impacts the economy of the country, growth of the country. Then P stands for the political angle. What do I mean by political angle? Not by politics, but what schemes have been launched by the government, what steps have been taken by the government, what do the reports say? So reports or anything like that, right? So all these are mentioned in your political angle. Then what are the then next C stands for challenges. What challenges exist and what could be their solutions? So challenges and their viable solutions. And then in the end you give a conclusion. You conclude your essay, you give it a conclusion, and what do you do in a conclusion? You give a way forward. What is the way forward? You tell what needs to be done, what can be done, what should be done, or what could be the implication or consequences if steps and measures are not taken. So you give a conclusion by summing up the whole essay and then giving a way forward, and your essay should always end on a positive tone, positive note. So guys, if you make these 6-7 paragraphs in your essay, I think that would complete your essay. And next time, try it, guys. Try this structure for any essay that you are writing on your own, and I think this will help you in writing a holistic essay when you are doing it on your own. So follow this structure. You can obviously, guys, if let's say there is a topic which does not require political angle, now you can add another angle to it. If an essay does not require economic angle, you can add another angle to it. So it can be modified according to the topic, but broadly speaking, this structure will help you in drafting the broad strokes of your essay, right? So this is how you start writing like a pro. Now in précis writing, guys, what are the key aspects of a précis? Now in a précis, you are supposed to read the whole passage, right, and then take out key points, right, key points from different paragraphs, and take those key points and then reframe them briefly with the title on top, and then in one paragraph you have to write your whole précis, right, in your original words. So what are the key points of a précis? See, the title of the précis should be the crux of the passage. The underlying, the main theme that the author has discussed here should be briefly told in the title of the précis. So the crux of the passage should be the title, and do not forget the title, guys. If you forget title, you will lose 3 to 4 marks. Please remember this. So please don't think that we can write a précis without a title, or we can write a title at the end of this. Don't do that. Don't skip it. Don't miss it. Next, guys, replication of important sentences is, again, please, if you rewrite or if you copy and paste anything from the passage, I'm not saying, see, you can use the keywords. For example, if they have used artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence has impacted every sector in the world. Now you have to frame the same statement but in your own words. You cannot change the keywords, but change the presentation. Like, artificial intelligence has revolutionized almost every sector, ranging from healthcare to technology to banking to any sector that there is. So this is what reframing is. You're not changing the meaning, you're using the keywords, but you're not copying and pasting sentences as they are, right? So avoid replication of important sentences. Have brevity and clarity in your précis. It should be clear. It should be like a replica, small miniature replica of the original passage, but it has to be in original words. Guys, avoid direct speech. Use indirect sentences. Use passive voice, so that makes it original. So if you're stuck, if you don't know how to how to recreate the sentence in your own words, try using passive voice or indirect speech. So it is, instead of saying the government has predicted, or the researchers have predicted, or some people say that experts in the industries have predicted. So you should say it has been estimated, or it has been assumed by the experts in the industry that this will happen. So this changes everything. So you start using passive voice. That makes the sentence original for you. Now guys, please remember, you do not use any specific information, any specific particular data, name, or any particular year, or any particular statistics that is given in the passage. See guys, statistics are given to prove the thesis, so do not use them in your précis. Keep only the core idea of the passage in your précis. And remember guys, you have to observe proportion. What do I mean by observing proportion? If you are to write a précis in 120 words, guys, whenever you are writing something, count your average number of words. See, that is subjective to everyone. So let's say you are writing 12 words for every sentence. On an average, it may be 14 in one, maybe 8 or 10 in the other, but on an average, let's say you are writing 12 words for every sentence, and you are supposed to write 120 words, right? So that means you will be writing 8 to 9 sentences plus one title, right? So you have to plan it accordingly, that okay, I have to write 9 sentences, so which 9 points should I take up so that I can present them in my answers, right? So that is called observing proportion, and you can't do it while you are writing your précis. You have to plan it before you start writing. So observe proportion. And what I mean by observe proportion is, all the important points should be discussed equally, right? It should not happen that for one point you take 2 to 3 sentences, and for rest of the points you just you congest them into, only one sentence or maybe two sentences. You congest more points in them because you are not left with enough word limit. So that is what you need to carefully, look into, plan and observe proportion. And last but not the least, remember guys, you have to follow the mentioned word limit in a Pressy, because if you do not, if you exceed the word limit, marks will be deducted for it. So in Pressy you cannot exceed the word limit. In essay you can, maybe a little. In RC also they have no defined word limit, but for Pressy you cannot exceed the word limit. So make sure that you practice writing within the word limit that you are provided. And for reading comprehension guys, see, you have to answer the questions carefully after reading the complete passage. Do not just jump onto one question and then panic throughout the rest of the question. So read the passage once carefully. Start with questions first. Read the questions first, identify the keywords, then you go to the passage and read the whole passage carefully, right? So after you've read the whole passage carefully, and then you start writing your answers in one go. As far as answering the questions is concerned, frame the answers in your own sentences. Again, it should be in original composition, as I told you earlier. Rather focus on structuring of the passage, which is important. So so as far as answering the question is concerned, focus on structuring of the passage, how the passage is structured, what does the passage convey, and then you present your answers based on that. Language of the comprehension should not be copied. So again, replication of sentences will lead to deduction of marks, remember that. So you have to write your answers in your original words. Try and improvise upon your vocabulary, as it will be of great importance as and when we talk about reading comprehension. So as you are presenting your answers, use synonyms. For example, for monetary policy you use fiscal policy, right? So that means the same thing. So instead of saying Indian government, you can say central government, right? So, or union government. So that is how you use synonyms to present the same idea of the passage. And guys, questions like synonym and antonyms, they are not usually asked, but if they are asked, you have to have a good strong vocabulary. Nonetheless, you need to have good strong vocabulary to present your answers all in all. So reading comprehension is all about your elaboration skills. And I'll give you an example guys, what elaboration skills mean. Right. So let me just give you an example. For example, they have mentioned one sentence in the passage that the government has allocated 10,000 crore rupees for the upliftment of the rural sector. Now you are asked a question, what steps and measures have been taken by the government to revive the rural economy? Now what, and you found this one sentence there. So how do you elaborate it? So I'll show it to you. I'll break down the sentence into three different sentences without adding anything to it, without changing the meaning. But I use inference skills here. This is what is called inference. So for the same sentence, I'll make it into three sentences like this. First sentence would be, a momentous decision or a historic decision of revival of the rural sector has been taken up by the government, by the authorities or by the government. Now the first sentence. Second sentence, under this decision the government intends to provide a sum of 10,000 crore rupees as financial aid to rejuvenate the rural sector, right? So instead of using uplift, I said you rejuvenate the rural sector, or revive has already been used, so rejuvenate, or to pull up the rural sector. And third sentence would be, with this measure, the financial status or the financial state of the poor economy or the poor sector is expected to get back on its feet, and take necessary steps to provide the necessary push to the rural sector of the country. So what I did was I broke down one sentence into three sentences for you without changing the meaning, without adding anything into it, just with the help of inference skills. So this is what we call in elaboration skills. We have taught elaboration skills in our courses to you. How do you reframe your answers? How do you elaborate them? So guys, come enroll yourself and start learning from these courses. So this is what reading comprehension is all about: finding out, locating the answers, finding out the context, and then presenting the answers with elaboration skills in your own words. So guys, these were some pro tips to to write your answers in your exam. Now guys, let me show you the exam interface guys. This is what your exam interface will look like. So your question will be given to you on the top. Under that there will be a dialog box. There will be a cursor in the dialog box, and you will start writing in the cursor straight away from here. You remember guys, you do need to mention the essay topic. For example, let's say you chose topic number 3. NBFC loan collection issue. So you start with number 3. You don't need to write the title, but you do need to write the number. So write number 3 and start writing your essay there. Then when you come done with your essay, there will be a submit button here. You'll submit and move to the next question. There will be a word counter on the top which will tell you how many words have elapsed and how many words you can more write in the answer. And then there will be a timer on the bottom which will tell you how much time has elapsed up till now. Right, and when you submit, you move to the next question. You do the same with the next question. You then submit, move to the third question, and then you finally complete all the answers. So start practicing on such interface on your computers or on your laptops before the exam, guys. Right, now let me give you the the tentative tentative topics for this year. So for the last 5 years, we have observed that the different dimensions that have been asked in the exam: finance and markets, technology and fintech, sustainability and ESG. ESG is economic and social governance, economic policy and inclusion, ethics and governance, and current affairs integration. Right, so the trend has been about market development, investor protection, regulation, AI, blockchain, cyber security. This is highly likely. Green bonds, responsible investing, MSMEs, rural investment startups, transparency, corporate ethics, and budget, global market, and inflation. Right, so these are the trends. So on the basis of these trends, we have we have some expected topics for you for this year. Please note them down. Please retain them so that you can. And if you want the PDF of this session, you can join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description of the video, guys. So for financial and capital markets, the 5 important topics: the role of capital markets in driving India's $5 trillion economy vision. A second, retail investor participation, opportunities and challenges. Deepening corporate bond markets in India. Fourth, financial literacy, the foundation of investor confidence. And then IPO boom in India, drivers and regulatory implications. So these are good important topics based on finance and capital markets. Second, technology and fintech, artificial intelligence and data analytics and financial regulation, important topic. Blockchain technology, transforming securities and compliance, important topic again. Cyber security and digital financial markets, again crucial topic. RegTech and SupTech, RegulaTech and SuperTech, reshaping the regulatory ecosystem. And then the impact of digital platforms on financial inclusion. So again, crucial topic based on fintech, guys. Then next vertical is sustainability and ESG. Green finance, a pathway to sustainable economic growth. ECG investing, balancing profit with responsibility. Environmental and social governance, yes. Role of regulators in promoting climate conscious investments, again very important. Carbon markets and their relevance for India. And then sustainable corporate governance and investor expectations. So again, very important topics. Next vertical is economic and policy dimension. India's economic resilience and global uncertainties amid the tariff wars that are going on. So important topic: impact of monetary policy on capital markets, startups and MSMEs fueling innovation and economic growth, balancing growth and with inflation, challenges for regulators, globalization and its implications for Indian financial markets, again crucial topics. Current affairs linked topics: the rise of India as a global investment destination, important topic. Role of GIFT City in strengthening India's financial sector, impact of global supply chain disruptions on financial markets, the significance of digital public infrastructure, which is UPI, ONDC in finance, and then India's regulatory approach to cryptocurrency and virtual assets, CBDC, digital rupee, right? Again, important topics for this year. And then last, some important topics based on management: strategic management in the digital age, adapting to rapid technological change, then leadership styles and their impact on organizational performance, change management, effective change management, navigating organizational transitions, CSR, very important topic, corporate social responsibility, integrating ethical practices into business management, and then supply chain management, enhancing efficiency and resilience in global markets. So these are some 25 tentative topics for this year, so that to start with at least, so that you can start practicing on some specific verticals, and you can focus on some specific areas so that you can see what kind of topics you can face in this year. So guys, these were the tentative topics. Now, what are the sources that you can use to prepare for these topics? Now guys, we have provided you fodder material in our courses. We have compiled some 60 tentative topics with detailed information on those topics. You can use that to prepare for such topics. You can use newspaper articles, editorials from the Hindu or Economic Times based on ESI topics, PIB or LiveMint for online articles, then Economic Times or Business Standard for financial topics. Use Wikipedia or Google, but relevant sources to prepare for such topics. And guys, in today's era, AI is your best friend. Use it. Use AI to assess your answers and improve your, improve your attempts in your answers. What better you can do, and make yourself aware that what mistakes you are making therein. So use these sources to prepare if you're preparing on your own. Now, how EduTap helps you. In our courses, guys, we have provided you lecture videos for every topic. Essay writing, précis writing, comprehension writing, the do's and don'ts, the nitty-gritties of all the topics, how to structure the answers, everything is given to you in these videos. Then PYQs are included with updated pattern-based questions are provided to you. Sample mock test with solutions are provided to you in the courses. And then you have doubt resolution within 24 hours. And guys, some common doubts that you might have in your mind: when should I prepare for phase 2? Start now so that you can develop drafting skills over a period of time. Should I practice descriptive English daily? No, it can be done on a bi-weekly or weekend basis for now, but after phase 1 you have to do it regularly. What is the ideal score in this component? Your target score should be 75 or plus, right? If you score 70 plus or 75 plus, you can assure yourself that you are selected for the final interview part. And how to do self preparation in the component. Guys, go through the syllabus and refer to the PYQ so that you get to know what the depth of the questions is, and what you need to prepare for in such topics, and use AI to prepare yourself for this, guys, if you're doing self preparation this year. But if you are looking for, if you're looking for a, one-stop solution, now guys, again, I'll show you the courses that we provide you. Guys, what you need to do is you just need to visit our website. Just type on your browser edutap.in and click enter. You'll land on our homepage and you'll see SEBI courses, grade A courses here. Click on these and scroll down. You will see all the SEBI courses available to you. SEBI test series, phase 1, phase 2 test series, then phase 1 plus phase 2 live crash course is there. Then you have your silver course for only phase 2. This is a one-stop solution for your every need. Gold course, wherein you are provided phase 1 plus phase 2. So in this you have your test series, you have your live classes, you have your concept classes, summary sheets, mock test, interview sessions, everything is available to you in this course. And we are offering flat 74% discount on this course. The coupon code is capital OCT74. So when you click on buy now, just type in your basic details, name, email ID, mobile number, and you will be enrolled in the course. And if you want to know what are the deliverables, you can click on the brochure and you can look into what are the specific deliverables in the particular courses. And guys, do share your feedback about our sessions, about your experience with us on this email ID, which is hello@edutap.co.in. So that's it for today, guys. I hope this will help you in your preparation and in your journey ahead. Keep on working hard, keep on giving your best, and I'm sure you will come out with flying colors. Now, if you need to get in touch with us, you can call us on this number during the office hours, which is 8146207241, or you can also drop us an email at hello@edutap.co.in. That's our official email ID. So thank you once again, guys, and happy learning to all of you.